Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, which name is Analytics Pro. So as you know guys, here under this playlist, we are going to cover only advanced concept of Power BI. And in the previous tutorial guys, we have studied about context transition. I hope you guys are cleared with the concept of context transition, that how we can change the context from rows to filter. And in our today's class guys, we will talk about one more advanced topic of Power BI, which name is circular dependency. So to understand this circular dependency guys, sometimes it's more challenging. But after watching this video guys, definitely your all doubts will be clear about circular dependency. So let's start our class. So here is the definition of circular dependency. Circular dependency occurs when two or more components depend on each other. It's creating a loop that can be difficult to break, because each component needs the other to function properly, and this leads to code that is hard to maintain and can cause issue when trying to make changes. And here you can see the example, and here we can see two components, which is resource A and resource B, and both the components are depend on each other and creating a loop. And in Power BI guys, it will gives you such kind of error like a circular dependencies was detected. So let's understand how this error comes and how we can fix this error. So before move to the Power BI desktop screen guys, firstly let's understand how this error occurs in Excel. So let's go to the Excel sheet. So here we guys can see we have created a small table here in Excel, where I have taken serial number, names, country, cost, selling price and its profit. But profit column is not calculated. So to calculate this profit guys, we need to subtract this selling price with this cost column. So in Excel guys, we have to start our formula with equal to, and firstly I will select this selling price cell, which is E2, and now I will use my operator, which is minus sign, and select this next cell, which is D2, and hit enter. So here I can see the profit has calculated, which is 100 minus 70, 30. And now if I want to see the same profit in all the cells, so I will simply double click here, and now I can see the formula is applied in all other cells. So if I change any value here under the cost column, let's say 60, so you can see it will also impact here under this cell. Earlier it was 30, now it is 40, because 100 minus 60 is 40. And in a similar way guys, if I try to make any changes here under this selling price cell, let's say 200, so see guys, here result is also impacted. The reason is that this formula is depend on these two cells. And now guys, what I will do here, let's suppose I want to minus this profit column with this cost. So what can I do? I will simply select this cost column cell, and here I will write equal to. So I want to minus cost minus profit. So let me select minus sign here, and let me select this profit cell and hit enter. So see guys, it's throwing me an error. There are one or more circular reference where a formula refers to its own cell, either directly or indirectly. This might cause them to calculate incorrectly. So basically guys, what happened here, this cell is depend on this cost, and this cost is depend on this profit. And if you try to calculate, it will gives you the error of this circular dependency. And if you click OK guys, it will also show you one blue line that reflects both the cells are depend on each other. So that is known as circular dependency in Excel. But in Power BI guys, this concept is little bit different. So let's move towards the Power BI screen, and let's try to understand circular dependency in Power BI. So here we guys can see we have imported a same Excel table in Power BI. And now guys, let's create one calculated column. So suppose guys, I want to multiply this profit column with 2. So what I will do, I will simply go here under this new column, and firstly we need to set the column header name. So let's say my column header name is multiply 2, and after equal to guys, I will take my column name, which is profit, and simply add multiply by 2 and hit enter. So here we guys can see this column is calculated with value 2, which is 30 multiply 2 is 60, 20 multiply 2 is 40, and so on. And now guys, let's create another calculated column with multiply by 3 with profit column. So I will simply go here under this new column, and let's say this time my column name would be multiply 3, and again I can take the same column name, which is profit, and multiply by 3. So here we guys can see we can use same column multiple times. If you wants to make more multiple or more calculation column, definitely you can do that. So let's try one more calculated column. So again I will go here in this new column, and this time my column name would be multiply 4. So again I will take this profit column, and here I will use multiply sign and put it 4. So see guys, it is not getting any error like circular dependency, and we can use same column again and again to calculate new calculated column. But if you try to use this thing with the help of measure guys, then the result would be different. So firstly guys, let me delete all the calculated columns. So simply do right click and delete. Similar way I will also select this column and delete it from here. So in this way I have deleted all the calculated column which we have created. And now let's go back to the report view. And here guys, what I will do, I will simply go here under this new measure, and this time I will create a measure of this profit column. So my measure name would be, let's say, grand profit, and I will simply use sum of profit column. Let me close this bracket and hit enter. So here is the measure guys, and now let me select this measure and drop it here under this table visual. So this is my grand profit measure. And now guys, let's go back to this table view. And suppose guys, this time I want to multiply the same thing with this measure, which is grand profit. So let's create a new calculated column, and this time I will multiply with this grand profit measure. So I will simply go here and select this new column. So let's say my column name would be the same, which is multiply 2. And here I will write my measure name, which is grand profit, and simply use multiply 2 and hit enter. So here we guys can see we can get the same value with multiply by 2 with each and every value. Like 30 multiply 2 is 60, 20 multiply 2 is 40, 70 multiply 2 140, and so on. And now guys, this time I want to use the same measure in the new calculated column with multiplication 3. So let's check it out, it will work or not. So I will simply go here and select this new column, and let's say my column name would be multiply 3. And this time guys, I am again taking the same measure, which is grand total multiply 3, and hit enter. So see guys, we are not getting the result, and it is throwing an error. A circular dependency was detected. Multiply by 2, table column, table multiply by 2. It is also showing the column's name. So the question is, why circular dependency occurs? So the answer is hidden in the definition of context transition, which we have studied in the last class. So as we know guys, once we use this sum measure, so that is work on a row level, which we can clearly see it here under the context transition. So that's why this column works on a row level. So this means that newly created column will also filter. And now if I go back to the report view, and if I add the same column here, which is multiply 2, and I can rename it from here, let's say only multiply 2. And if I select any value from the slicer visual, let's say India, so we can clearly see this entire row is filtering, including this new created column. So when I was trying to create another calculated column with the same DAX function, so what happened? That's thrown an error of circular dependency, because it's also propagate with filter with each and every column, like serial number, names, country, cost, selling price, grand profit, and multiply by 2 column. So we cannot use same measure to create a new calculated column, because once you create new calculated column with same measure, so that column will also make the dependency of the previous column, which is multiply by 2, and both the columns create circular dependency, because this column depend on this multiply by 3, and this multiply by 3 column depend on multiply by 2, and this multiply by 2 column propagate with filter with this multiply by 3 column. So in this way, this loop will never end and will difficult to break, because each component needs the other to function properly, and this can lead to code that is hard to maintain and can cause issue when trying to make changes. So the question is how we can fix this circular dependency error. And one more thing guys, I would also like to highlight, measures are filter context. That thing we have already studied. So it works on filter level. So that's why it is returning error on circular dependency, because whatever the new column you guys will add with the help of measure guys, that particular column will propagate with the filter, and if you use that column with another column, so definitely it will create a circular dependency. So to avoid this circular dependency guys, what you need to do, you need to remove the filtration of that particular measure. And how we can remove the filtration? So with the help of calculate and remove filter function guys, we can remove the filtration. So what I will do guys, let me change my grand profit measure. So I will simply select this grand profit measure, and firstly guys, I will wrap here under this calculate. And now guys, I will put it comma here in the next parameter and simply use remove filters. And where I want to remove the filter, I want to remove the filter on the newly created column, which is multiply by 3, which returns a circular dependency error. So here I will write my multiply by 3 column, which is depend on this multiply by 2, and close the bracket and hit enter. And now guys, let me select this multiply by 3 column. So here we can see it is still getting me the same error, which is a circular dependency was detected. So what you need to do, you simply need to close this button and click this right button, and see guys, our error has resolved because we have removed the filtration on this next column, which is multiply by 3, with the help of this remove filter. So I hope you guys are good understanding with this concept of circular dependency. If you guys are still confused, so watch this video again and make practice with same dataset. So for such kind of detailed and advanced learning, stay connect with us and kindly support this channel. And those who are new to this channel, kindly hit the like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to press this bell icon guys, else you will miss an update. And please share this channel in your network with your family and friends who really wants to learn these analytical skills like Power BI and SQL from scratch. So with the help of this free YouTube channel, which name is Analytics Pro, you guys can easily learn Power BI and SQL from scratch till advanced level. So here under this 50 tutorials, we have covered Power BI full course from scratch. And if you click here on this playlist button, so here we guys can see we have multiple playlists are here. So firstly you need to complete this Power BI full course playlist before watching this advanced concept playlist. And here we have more playlists guys, like visualization, updates, and with the help of this DAX expression, you guys can also take detailed knowledge of DAX queries. And with the help of this Power BI with SQL playlist, so you guys can also start your SQL journey with this free YouTube channel, where you guys can learn each and every concept of SQL in detail. And very soon guys, I'm gonna add some other playlists which makes your analytical skills on next level. And for the job seekers guys, we have this free Telegram group where I'm keep posting latest Power BI jobs opening, as well as you will also find some latest interview question and answers. So you don't need to pay anything to anyone for jobs and trainings. But those who thinks they required only live training and sessions, because these guys came from the different backgrounds and feel difficult to understand this concept from the videos, so we also conduct paid online training sessions where we train people in such a way so that they can clear their interviews. And we also provide right roadmap and guidance with proper notes, assignments, and also cover some market level advanced scenarios with right logics. And placement assistance guys will always be there with the help of WhatsApp group, where you guys will get to see the regular updates of Power BI, some latest interview question and answers, along with some HR calls. So for paid training and support, you guys can follow us on LinkedIn or Telegram. We also have this Insta account as well as this Facebook account, so you can follow us all these platforms, and I will share all the links in the description box. So thank you so much guys for your more love and support. Keep learning and keep growing. Thank you so much.